everybody. Good afternoon. Okay, so thank you for those who stayed in this space. And well, you guys have been talking about franchising and all those matters about business. I will be talking about a different aspect of the business that is usually neglected and usually taking a back seat, especially for SMEs. Though. And I would like to share some insights on how you should be investing on this particular matter while your businesses are still small and medium. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, good afternoon. I am Lawrence Sibayan and I represent the medical city, and I hope that I am as thrilled as you guys are for having been part of the 2023 Philippine SME Business Expo. Are you guys having fun? It looks like, yeah. I mean, like we can hear a lot of noise around us. But yes, so on behalf of the Medical City, I would like to congratulate the organizers of the PhilSME for this very successful event dedicated to everyone here, to those who create businesses in the face of risk and uncertainty, particularly during this time after the pandemic. These are our entrepreneurs for both small and medium enterprises. So today I will share with you some insights about a classic quote. Probably hindi natin alam kung saan siya nanggaling, but we always hear it. The quote, health is wealth. Okay? And this is actually a famous quote from a famous person by the name Mahatma Gandhi, particularly in the context of investment, as majority of you here in the audience, I think are taking risk when you are starting a business. You know, I came across this article about a growth coach, and she said that large organizations, meaning the bigger ones, those that are already past the small and medium category, they said that they have long recognized that workplace wellness, or yung kapag ka healthy daw yung mga employees, usually result in significant improvement to business metrics and team performance. And I think we couldn't agree more. However, what's interesting about what she said, and take note, she's a growth coach for entrepreneurs like you guys. For SMEs, because the top priority is the survival of your business, usually the well-being of employees is often becoming the less of the concern until it's too late.
Most people have a pretty clear idea of what's good for them and what's not. We all want to eat healthily, get plenty of exercise, and not give in to bad habits. But it's not always that easy, especially when at work. You can probably remember a time when you grabbed a chocolate bar from the vending machine, even though you knew an apple was better for you. Why do we so often make decisions that aren't really the best choices for us? When we're busy at work, it can be easy to prioritize workload over well-being, and you might feel like it's difficult to maintain a healthy lifestyle when on the job. This course is here to help. Most of our waking hours are spent in the workplace, so what we do during those hours has a big impact on our overall health. So let's focus on some of the daily choices you can make that can help your work life be happier, healthier, and more productive.
Okay, so as future owners of small enterprises and medium enterprises, I think we can all agree that this is so true, not just for small and medium enterprise, but even for large ones, alike. This is still true. So now, let us talk about, next slide please. Let us talk about workplace. Next slide please. Particularly on the context of workplace wellness. Okay. According to the Global Wellness Institute, workplace wellness is defined as any activity or policy designed to support healthy behavior among employees and to improve health outcomes. Okay? It is supposed to cover all facets of well-being, as in the well-being and the welfare of our employees, no matter how big or small your organization is. So this includes emotional wellness, financial wellness, intellectual wellness, occupational, social, physical, environmental, and spiritual. Okay? So, next slide please. So the culture of wealth comes in place. Okay, so remember how we were saying that health is wealth a while ago. So the culture of wealth within the office, or what we know as the investment that surely pays back. Okay, so that is what we are promoting in the workplace. Not just a culture of wealth, but ultimately a culture of wealth. So I'd like to share with you a story. I don't know if you guys know Minecraft. Do you guys know Minecraft? Minecraft is a game. Okay. So in 2021, I suppose it's also a medium enterprise. The creators of Minecraft, it's called Mojang Studios, had a very difficult task of launching an updated version of the game. So, but they had very little time, very little time to launch it. So they had two options. Number one, to stress out their employees and make it to the deadline. And number two, to delay it. Okay? And people would usually say that maybe they chose to, stress out the employees because they had to meet the deadline, right? But what happened in this case is that Mojang Studios chose to delay it because their primary concern was the wellness and the well-being of their employees. Okay? So, was it bad for them? Surprisingly, it wasn't. Okay? Bakit hindi siya naging bad as far as the business is concerned? Because as far as the business is concerned, even if they delayed it, the people were very productive, they were happy, and this translated, this employee experience, particularly in the context of health, translated into good customer experience. Okay? So that is why, next slide please, we are saying that employee experience, particularly in the context of health, is equivalent to customer experience. Okay? So, according to 2022 HR Trends by Gartner, disruptions have already made long-term and hard-to-reverse impacts on workforce health. And that is particularly the health of your employees. Next slide, please. And when we talk about the health of your employees, we are talking about employee experience. Please click on that, which is equivalent to customer experience. They are saying that happy, healthy employees, this is the sample Minecraft. Okay, so if you guys don't know it, you probably have to check with your kids, your nieces, and your nephews. Can you please click on that? So there will be positive interactions with customers and they will be more invested in positive outcomes. Employee experience is equal to customer experience. In fact, next slide please. There is a study that 22% of the workforce found that personal illnesses, yung mga sakit daw ng mga employee, and health issues is one of the most common focus of well-being activities. And that is why, particularly in the Philippines, next slide please, particularly in the Philippines, in 2021, there is an act that was actually introduced by Senator Amy Marcos on incentivizing organizations for promoting health and wellness in their organizations. So this proposal is if you are doing certain, or if you'll be able to meet certain criteria that you are doing in your organization, you will be getting incentives 1,000 peso per your employee that will be given back to your organization. And that is why employee wellness is very important. Okay? So we know that it's very important because no less than our lawmakers are actually getting their hands into it. Next slide, please. So, why workplace wellness? I think we have established the fact that, next slide please, the reason why we are doing workplace wellness is because we want to reduce absenteeism and lost time, turnover rate, and reduce healthcare costs. Although I don't particularly believe in reducing healthcare costs, particularly on a baseline standpoint, probably managing healthcare costs. And we want to be able to increase work performance, employee morale, and return of investment. Actually, based on my research in the US setting, they are saying that these things translate to dollar values. Employees who are actually present at work but absent-minded cost every company cost the whole industry at least 1.3 billion US dollars. Imagine that. And the cost of being unwell in every organization is estimated to reduce your business by 20%. Ibig sabihin, kapag hindi daw healthy yung mga employees nyo, your profitability can go as low as 20%. Okay? And that is the reason why we're saying that our employees are supposed to be our primary capital, right? So, next. So, how are you going to do it? So, there are different ways. No? Next slide, please. Some of the things that have been established is that you have to have corporate wellness events and activities, medical benefits, health resources, and health incentives. Again, in the context of SMEs, a lot of them are because, of course, they are trying to survive as far as their business is concerned. So this usually takes a backseat. Okay? But we have a solution for you, especially if you have not yet allotted a certain budget for healthcare. So, next slide, please. Okay, so we are here to help. So again, from the Medical City, okay, I would just like to introduce you very, very quickly to the Medical City. The Medical City is actually the largest healthcare network in the Philippines, operating under the single brand. Maybe a lot of you are familiar with it because you see us in a lot of malls. But we also have hospitals from Luzon. Okay, we have the Ortigas, Pangasinan, in Laguna. We also have in Clark, Pampanga, and Iloilo. Next slide, please. Okay, we're just going to breeze through it. Okay. Okay. So that's the Medical City. I hope that you were there not because you're sick, but because you are wanting not to be sick. Okay, and that is how we are positioning healthcare now. Okay, we don't want to go to the hospital or clinic because we're sick. We want to go there because we want to prevent getting sick. Next slide, please. Okay, so that is the portfolio of the hospital. Next slide, please. But more importantly, particularly for you guys, you have access to more than 50 clinics, satellite clinics all over the metro and some of the metro provinces. And if you are a little bigger enough, maybe you are a medium enterprise already, we can also take the services to your organizations. Next slide, please. So, okay, so in order for you to be able to do this, we created the program that's called CHAMP. Can you please click on that? So, the reason why I am here is because we would like to ask you to join us and be part of the champions. So we call our partner champions because for the very reason that the service that we are providing is called CHAMP. Next slide, please. Okay. CHAMP stands for Corporate Health Accreditation and Management Program. Okay, so it provides tailor-fit corporate wellness programs to you. So whether you have HMOs already or insurances, we are there to provide whatever service. So the very benefit of this is you will have access to all of our hospitals and our clinics nationwide. Next slide, please. Okay, so what are the things that we are offering to your organizations, SMEs? So we can provide full or selective healthcare delivery access to our hospitals and clinics. There are also medical exams for as low as 750 pesos. You can do a pre-employment medical exam in our clinics. There are also customized packages if you'd like to do that. Corporate clinic management, if your organization has, grown bigger and has reached a certain number of employees, whereas the DOLE is already requiring you corporate clinic. And of course, if you don't have time to go to our clinics and our hospitals, you can also avail of the mobile services of the hospital and the clinics. Next slide, please. Okay, so through the CHAMP, the Medical City will be providing you direct access to care, corporate health education, corporate partnership discounts, particularly to small and medium enterprises. Next slide, please. I'm just gonna breeze through it. So, what are you waiting for? We have our booth. I don't know the number of our booth, but you won't miss it. It's a little big there. So what you just have to do is to sign up so that you can get all these access from our clinics and our hospitals nationwide. Okay, so what are the things that you will enjoy by being part of it? Next slide, please. Okay, so the Corporate Health Accreditation Management Program, your companies can have the opportunity to co-brand with the Medical City. You have a direct billing privilege, meaning to say you don't have to cash out. It's a cashless availment, special discounts for inpatient and outpatient services, wellness activities that are either mandated by the law or you want to specifically tailor fit in your organization, health bulletins, and customization of healthcare service packages. I think I'm down to my last. Okay, so thank you so much, and I hope that you picked up something on how important employee health and wellness in starting your business, whether it's a small or a medium enterprise. Thank you so much and enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Thank you guys.
Never miss a beat with the things you love doing. Regular heart checkups help keep you on your beat, no matter what tune you're grooving to. Schedule your routine to the Echo at any The Medical City near you.